No one noticed it at first. That was the most disturbing part. The object had been there for an unknown amount of time, drifting near Jupiter, hidden inside radiation noise and gravitational distortion. It was not discovered by a heroic mission or a deliberate search. It appeared only because a deep space probe recalibrated its sensors after a routine error. What should have been empty space returned a shape far too large to be ignored. At first, engineers assumed the instruments were lying. Systems were reset. Data was discarded. The scan was repeated. The shape remained. It was massive, larger than any artificial structure ever imagined by humanity. Perfectly symmetrical, completely silent. It emitted no heat, no signals, no propulsion signatures. It simply drifted as if forgotten. Scientists hesitated to label it. Calling it a ship felt wrong. Calling it debris made no sense. It did not orbit Jupiter. It did not resist gravity. It behaved like something abandoned mid-journey. That single detail changed everything. Because abandoned meant it once had a purpose. As observation continued, the structure became clearer. Its surface was layered with immense, overlapping plates that looked grown rather than assembled. There were no seams, no visible damage, no markings. The geometry itself felt unnatural, not aggressive, just unfamiliar in a way that made the human brain uncomfortable. It did not look dead. It looked dormant. A quiet decision was made to investigate further using remote observation only. No public announcement was prepared. No explanations were offered. The data was restricted. The object was given a neutral designation. Internally, it earned a different name: the derelict. As weeks passed, something unsettling became clear. The structure was old. Not decades old. Not centuries old. Its surface showed scars from impacts that could only have occurred over immense timescales. Whatever built it existed long before human civilization. And whatever happened to them, they never returned. Closer scans revealed vast hollow regions inside the structure. Not tunnels cut through material, but spaces that seemed integrated into its form like veins in bone. The internal geometry followed repeating patterns that shifted subtly depending on viewing angle. Then the anomaly began. Clocks monitoring the area drifted out of sync. Data packets arrived in the wrong order. Signals experienced delays that could not be explained by distance alone. It was as if time behaved differently near the object. Yet nothing appeared hostile. No weapons. No energy surges. No warnings. Just silence. A remote drone was authorized. Its sole purpose was observation. It approached an enormous recessed opening along the surface of the structure. The aperture was vast and perfectly shaped. When the drone crossed inside, its signal did not drop. It stabilized. Lights revealed corridors that were neither smooth nor rough. The surfaces were patterned with repeating fractal designs that seemed almost organic. The drone moved deeper, guided by nothing but curiosity. Then it entered a chamber. The space was enormous, open, empty. At its center floated hundreds of identical structures arranged with deliberate precision. They were not machines. They were not containers. They resembled positions, seats, restraints, or something that once held living beings. Every one of them was empty. That was when the audio anomaly began. Not sound exactly. Pressure. A low-frequency presence that registered across every sensor at once. The drone recorded visuals that did not match known star maps. Unfamiliar constellations. Distant systems. Worlds shaped by intelligence far older than humanity. For a brief moment, something moved within the chamber. Tall shapes passed through the space. Indistinct. Elongated. Not fully present. Like reflections slipping across water. The feed lasted only seconds longer. Then the drone shut down. The structure did not react. It did not pursue. It did not awaken. It simply rotated. Just enough to change its orientation. Just enough to face inward. Toward the inner solar system. Toward Earth. No engines ignited. No messages were sent. No threats were made, but attention had shifted. Observation continued from a distance. The derelict returned to stillness. It drifted silently once more near Jupiter, as if nothing had happened. Official explanations described it as a natural anomaly. Internally, no one believed that lie. Months later, a new discovery emerged. Using the geometry of the derelict, scientists re-examined archived deep space data. They searched not for objects, but for patterns. And they found them. More structures. Not near Jupiter. Not even in this system. Dormant megastructures positioned near developing worlds. Always silent. Always inactive. Always watching from a distance. They were not random. They formed a network. The conclusion was unavoidable. These structures were not abandoned relics of a dead civilization. They were monitors. They were observers. They were placed where civilizations emerge, where technology begins, where intelligence learns to look outward. Like Earth, the derelict near Jupiter remains silent today. It has not moved closer. It has not communicated. It has not acted. But during routine scans, its orientation sometimes shifts. Only slightly, as if adjusting its view, as if ensuring we are still here. And the most unsettling thought of all is this. Surveillance systems are not built to admire. They are built to evaluate.